I don't allow culture and society to dictate my choices on what I do with my life. Just be yourself. Yeah. And if you don't know who you are, find yourself. So I think that can start with your gifts. What are you good at? What do you enjoy? And your purpose doesn't always have to be your job, but if it is, that's a blessing.
It has to work or it has to work.
Welcome to an episode of Circle of Greatness. I am so excited about today's guest. I want to just call her a mogul, straight up. I'm talking about mogul. CEO, Know For Sure Pod, CEO of Be Simone Fit, CEO of Be Simone Cosmetics, actress, comedian, executive producer. I'm talking about all of these things. Like, you can't even put this boss lady in the box. Without further ado, I want to welcome my sister and friend, B. Simone. What up?
Thank you. I love your intro.
Hey, thank you for being here. How you feeling?
Look, I feel good. I ain't even gonna act, y'all. Y'all know we talked for 5 minutes and the guy wasn't recording. So now he recording and we have to do all this all over again. We gonna keep it real on here, okay?
Yes.
It happens in production, and guess what? We back at it.
Thank you. And she was so nice about it. I'm like, yo, man. Her time is precious.
She said, yo, Freddie. Yeah. I said, it's okay. It happened. I done recorded a whole podcast episode with no audio.
Yeah. Oh,
with a guest.
Man. It'd be like,
we'd be like, okay, who want to get fired?
Right. Exactly. Freddie, you almost lost it, my guy.
It's all good.
Thank
we
you
back
for being so gracious.
I'm excited to be here. I love you so much. He been hitting me up like, can you come? I'm like,
finally got her on. You gotta be consistent.
You gotta be consistent, y'all. Yeah. And when it ain't even like I was ignoring you or
you got a lot going on.
I was just,
you a mogul.
And you know what? I'm to the point now where I don't agree to stuff. Yeah. When even though I have an off day, that doesn't mean I'm available.
100%.
That means I can rest. That means I can get my mind right. That means I can go to the sauna or do a self-care day. Yeah. So,
what
you know.
Do for self-care day? What's your favorite?
I love massages.
Okay. What's your favorite spot?
My massage lady comes to me.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
Because I still go to Jeju sometime, but I go there and, you know, in the different areas, you got to be naked. Yeah. So I'm naked. Titties on the ground, sagging, dragging, because these things is real, okay? Yeah. They be on the floor. They be like, B. Simone? I be like, yes. Yeah. Like, what do you need, man? Yeah. My vagina is out. So I had to stop going there.
Yeah.
But, my massage lady comes to me. But I like to do self-care. So I said that to say, today I had a free day. I felt good. I got my workout in, and I'm glad to be here.
I appreciate it. It's so funny. So, funny story, Donnie Wiggins, she went to I think it's a pap smear appointment when y'all get your body
annual.
checked out.
You got to get it right.
And when before she was laying on the bed naked, or before you go, Donnie, before we start, you think we could get a picture?
Yeah.
Donnie said she left so fast and never came back. I'm talking about she up on a joint. She said legs open. Before we start, you mind if we get a picture?
No, I get it. I be going to get laser hair removal. Y'all, I get laser hair removal in all the cracks and crevices. Yeah. I be on that table. They be like, oh, I love your videos. I be like, you literally have a laser in my ass. Yeah. Stop talking to me. You just need to act like, to y'all professionals out there, act like you don't know us at least until the end or the second time.
Right.
You gonna see us again. Right. I know you're trying to get your moment, but shit, wait till it's over. Lord.
Oh my God. Hey, you so funny. And with that being said, you about to do another comedy tour.
Yes. I feel good. Yeah. I'm nervous. Okay. I'm nervous. Yeah. Previously you asked me about my stand-up set, and I'm just such a different person than I was when I was on stage, even last year. Yeah. Like my last show was New Year's, which was great, phenomenal, killed it. It was in DC. I had a college show this year, but I haven't been on stage all year. Wow. So I'm nervous to get back on stage as the person I am today. Wow. Because it's like starting over. It's like rewriting your set, rewriting your story, articulating the way you articulate now. Yeah. I'm trying to watch my mouth and not cuss so much. Get the shits, the fucks, all them out my mouth, out my language and my vocabulary. And, I want to put my comedy, I always want my comedy to be my truth and who I am in that moment. Yeah. And I haven't found that yet. I haven't done that on stage. I haven't been on stage as who I am today. Yeah.
So you think, for me, I don't know if, I feel like comedy ain't as funny without cursing.
What? Country Wayne? Have you ever seen him perform?
No.
Never cursed on stage.
Wow.
Ever.
Okay.
Tons of comedians haven't.
Check him out. Okay.
He's phenomenal. Okay. And I get it. Like, of course, like certain things you want to say without cursing, but it's just going to test your craft and your gift. I know I could do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Who's some of your favorites?
As far as stand-up, I'm not going to say Jamie Foxx is my favorite stand-up comedian, but I always call myself the female Jamie Foxx because I love how he executes every genre.
Yeah.
When he was playing Ray Charles, you didn't think it was funny.
Yeah.
When he was doing his comedy, it was, it's so different than his music. When he sings his music, it's like he's a musician.
Yeah.
So he's a chameleon. He can take over every genre, and a lot of comedians can't do that. Yeah. So I want to make sure I do that in my career. When I'm acting or I have a drama role, or my dream, this might sound crazy, I want to do like a slave movie, like an old, like
Emancipation.
Like something. I'm obsessed with ancestry and slavery and all that, like the history of Black people.
So y'all heard it here. I don't know if she said it before.
I've never said that before. I don't think.
She gonna do a slave movie. I might be a producer on that movie. Just give me some points. I put some money up. I want to be a part of it.
The idea of where we come from intrigues me a lot. So I would love to do a movie like that, and I would love for them to see Braelyn, not be Simone. So I think Jamie Foxx does that so well. Yeah.
When you meet people, when you meeting people, are you saying Braelyn or are you saying be Simone?
It depends on where I'm at.
Okay. If they don't know you, like you walk in.
It depends on where I'm at.
Okay.
So like today I introduced myself. You had guests before me. He was like, "Hi, nice to meet you." I said, "Hi, I'm B. Simone. I'm in a professional entertainment setting." At church on Sundays when people walk up to me, I say, "Hi, my name is Braelyn." Yeah. So it just depends. If I'm not in a entertainment environment, I usually introduce myself as Braelyn.
I think Braelyn hot though.
I love Braelyn.
I never heard of Braelyn.
I love Braelyn. I love my name.
Braelyn fire.
So it depends on the setting.
Yeah. So when we talk about comedy, I mean, how did you develop? I mean, one of my favorite things before I get in that, like you did this video. I tell you, I watched it 100 times.
Which one?
You was like rapping in a car.
Ooh,
you came out of the
cold.
car.
I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm talking about?
I was cold.
And you
with
had
the
somebody, like you had the ad man.
Yeah.
It's too far down your timeline now. But I'm talking about.
I ain't gonna lie. I was cold.
You write that? You write them?
I used to write freestyles. Y'all, in my definition of freestyle, it wasn't all off the top. No, but freestyle, like when you take a beat that's already out and you rewrite it, like a remix. I used to do freestyles every Friday. I used to write them mugs 10 minutes, 15 minutes, memorize them. I loved witty stuff, like the analogies and metaphors and the wordplay with rap. I was real big on that. Like, not another female talking about her vagina or whatever, but just like creative wordplay. I know you're not looking it up.
I'm trying to find this joint. That is my joint. I'm telling you, I watched it 100.
Y'all can just let the viewers, y'all can go look it up on YouTube.
All right, just
y'all
keep
can
talking.
just type in B. Simone raw shit. All my, but you know what's crazy? I'm really about to take all of it down.
What?
I am.
No.
Like all that. I gotta
go save it first.
This is like, I think I've been thinking about it lately. Like I do want to show my transition in my journey, but some stuff I'm like, Braelyn, your kids gonna see that one day. You need to take that down. With
but you don't gotta worry about that till you had kids.
You're right.
You at least got
and then they
3-4 years before that.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, what do you think about the transition of them seeing where you were?
I think it's phenomenal. That's why I leave it up.
You just said where you were at a year ago, you aren't there now.
So different. Yeah. So different.
What's the main thing that changed for you?
I think I started really
you talked about a relationship with God. Tell me, we were going into that.
Yeah, I really started seeking relationship outside of religion. I always grew up in the church. I always try to be the best person I could be, a good person, try to do my best, treat people nice. I always felt like I had a kind heart, did all the right things religion-wise. Like I was telling you, my dad's a pastor, grew up in the church. I was at church every Sunday, every Wednesday for Bible study. Past his anniversary, we was kicking it at the church all week, sang in the choir. I was an usher. But that's all religion. I never had relationship. And it was when I saw one of my best friends, Megan, just the way she articulated how her relationship with God and her and God. And I'm like, like, why do I believe? I started asking myself this recently. It was November 2022. It was the first time I really sat down as a woman. It was like, why do I believe what I believe? Why do I believe in Jesus Christ? Is Jesus Christ real? Is my religion right? The right religion? My aunt is Muslim. Why am I not Muslim? Why am I not Buddhist?
Yeah.
Why am I not atheist? Why do I believe what I believe? Because I've had an encounter, because I have a relationship, or because it's what I've been taught and I have religion? And the answer was because I had religion. And that wasn't a good enough answer for me. So I started to seek a relationship with Jesus Christ for myself. And let me tell y'all something. I could get emotional right now. God is crazy. Yeah. When you ask him for something, I have it on my phone, Jeremiah 29:13.
That's in your Instagram bio. I feel like I just saw that.
It's in my bio.
Yeah.
You will seek me and you will find me when you search for me with all your heart. And it's so true. Like, it gets me so emotional.
Wow.
Because God showed me quick. Like, when I started to seek a relationship with him, it just changed my life.
You feel God talks to you?
Woo-wee. Yeah. I'll tell you what happened. I asked my spiritual mentor. I hit up E.T. Yeah. I hit up Megan's mom. Yeah. I asked my dad. I asked my mom, why do y'all believe this? Why do you have so much faith in Jesus? Why? Just asking questions, you know, what your relationship with God, how do you know Jesus Christ is real? Just asking questions. And they all had a lot of the same answers, faith-based and an encounter. An encounter, it's relationship-based. But one day I was mad at myself for being on the fence. I didn't like that feeling of not knowing, or I felt like I didn't have enough faith. So one day I was like, I kind of bucked up on God, low key, like, and I don't know if I've ever shared this, but I'm like in my prayer room, in my prayer corner, like usually I pray, God, thank you for this day, thank you for blessing me. I woke up, amen, start the day. It's like, you just talking, no relationship, no feeling, no nothing. I stood there, I had my eyes closed, I lifted my hands, I said, Jesus, if you are real, I am sick of this shit. I cussed. I was like, I am so sick of this shit. I am so sick of not knowing. If you are real, I need a miracle today. I'm weeping. I'm like, today, you need to show me today. I am sick of this. I want to know. Are you real? Are you the way, the truth, and the life? Is this real? Is what I'm following real? I want to know so I can have faith and do it with all of my heart and not be confused about it. Went on about my day. Oh, Jesus. Went on about my day, going to Bank of America, had to make a little wire, a deposit. I had been going through a lawsuit privately for over 2 years. Wow. Over 2 years, back and forth with somebody I was working, all at 2 years. I hadn't heard nothing from my lawyers in months. I said, I'm just going to, whatever happens, happens. It's out of my control. I was in that Bank of America 4 hours later after my prayer. Wow. My lawyer texts me 911B. I'm like, oh my God, this stupid ass shit again. Like how much more money I gotta spend? I'm $100,000, $20,000. Lawyer fees are not cheap, y'all.
Facts.
And when you truly know that you're right, or you believe you didn't, like, I'm going to fight. I'm going to spend $1 million fighting before I give you $1 million. Yeah, facts. Because I know I did nothing wrong. What? I'm going to spend $1 million fighting before I hand it over to you. So I'm talking about years of lawsuits, just this after this, after this, after this. My lawyer said, call me 911. I'm like, what's up? Like, what? Like, what else now? I ain't heard from you in 3 months. Like, is it over? Do I got to go to court? What? We won, B. We won. Da-da-da. You don't owe this. You don't owe that. Just going down the list of all the... I was screaming in that Bank of America. To the average person, it would be like, oh, that's just luck. Or it just happened to happen on that day. But when you have an encounter, you feel it from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. The Holy Spirit took over my body. The lady in Bank of America, she said, do I need to call security? Are you okay? I'm in the middle of a $30,000 wire for something else, totally different. I walked out of that Bank of America, pacing up and down the street, crying. I will praise you for the rest of my life. I will pray. No more questions. No. I give my life to you. I will praise you for the rest of my life. And for me, that was an encounter. That was relationship. That was me truly opening up my heart and seeking God. And he showed me, he could show you in 4 months. He could show you in 4 years. He could show you in 4 hours. For me, it was 4 hours. Wow. And it happened that day the way it was supposed to happen. So I think that's the difference between an encounter, a relationship, and religion. When you truly seek him, he'll show you who he is. But you got to open up your heart and have like the way I'm talking to you. I talk to God like that. I don't try to hide
a regular relationship.
He knows who I am. I don't need to watch
I'm struggling with this right now, homie.
I literally said, I probably shouldn't have, God forgive me, but I said, I'm sick of this shit. He knows me.
Yeah.
He knows me. He knows the stuff I'm trying to work on. He knows my heart. He knows what I'm battling. And I talk to him like I'm talking to you. Yeah. But I never had that up until November when I started truly seeking him. And that's from being in
church your whole life too.
What? Yeah. And to me, that's a problem. Yeah. I'm in church for 30 years and I don't know Jesus Christ for myself. Come on now. The church gotta cultivate relationship more than religion. Yeah. You scaring people into God, and loving somebody out of fear is not true love. It's not. I don't want to love God because I'm scared. I want to love him because he's good and he deserves the glory. Yeah. You know, so. That's good. Hey, you're looking at this and you're probably enjoying this episode and the strategies and the gems that I give you. This is just a fraction of what you learn in my mastermind, right? I would love for you to be able to learn more information on how he's able to help Carter Cofield make $1 million in one single day, how he's able to help Rochelle Parks make over $500,000 in a day, learn how he's able to help Tevin grow his Instagram following from 70,000 followers to upwards to 200,000 followers within 2 months. And again, those results are not typical. Let me be very clear, but they are possible for those who are willing to put work in, energy, and effort. If you're looking at this video right now, I want you to go to the website mastermindwithneo, NEO.com, so you can apply to see if you're a good fit for our mastermind. This is specifically for someone looking to grow their digital business, right? Even though y'all probably even know David Shan, Sleepers for Suckers. He's inside of my mastermind. You probably know Sonia, the student loan doctor. He's inside of my mastermind. You probably know Darius Daniels. He's inside of my mastermind. Those are just a few more people who are absolutely crushing it as a result of being inside of the community. So listen, if you're looking at this, right, and you're probably looking at the episode like, man, you're dropping so much gems, but can you imagine how many gems you'll get when you're actually inside of the environment, when you're tapped into the community? What I want you guys to go to right now is mastermindwithneo.com so you do not miss out on your opportunity to get tapped in. You will have to apply, you will have to get on the call, and hopefully you make the cut to be a part of what we got going on. I'll see you on the inside. Let's get back to the episode. Ooh. I gotta go deeper with my relationship with God. I might do that encounter tonight. What? I need a miracle before midnight, God. And I wasn't asking for nothing big. Yeah. I said I just need a sign, something. Yeah. I need you to speak to me today, and I need it to be clear as day. Yeah. And he was that lawsuit could have been done. He was like, crazy. I was just waiting on you to seek me. Wow. The lawsuit could have been done. Ooh. I could have been waived these fees. Yeah. I was waiting on you. Yeah. And I got to shout out Change Church. I just saw you there. Darius, Daniel, Shamika. We both go to church. We love y'all. And I'm signing people up. Join Change Church. Darius, Daniel, Shamika, best church ever. And they care for the people. Oh my God. They care for the people. What? Yeah, that's my guy right there. They love the people. Yeah, and he's a passionate pastor about what he does. I don't know him personally. And I don't be wanting to know the people at church personally. You start meeting people outside of church, you're like, all right now. Yeah. Yeah. You know, but he's a phenomenal teacher. Yeah. He articulates the words so well. His wife is beautiful inside and out. Yeah. And I feel I hadn't been to church in 7 years. Wow. Living in Atlanta, I just never went. I'm like, I talk to God at home. I don't need, but when you have that community in a safe space where you feel like come as you are, it's very important that you find a church home that you feel comfortable at. Yeah. Community is so important. Yeah. Yeah. That's a fact, man. I'm just happy you, it's powerful. Yeah. That. So I got to ask you, like, you're so talented. I'm talking about actress, comedian, entrepreneur. Like, were you born with just talent? Like, cause like, I don't think I can develop being an act. I mean, I think I could learn how to be an act, but like you said, I could write a freestyle in 10 minutes. Did you always have that, or can people develop that? Is that a developing? I think people can develop it, excuse me, but people are born with gifts. Yeah. I was just born with gifts, right? Gifts are given. You don't have to beg for them. You don't have to ask for them. It's just a gift. And it comes easy to you. It comes easy. And I think everybody has that. Out of everything you do. Probably comedy. But it's the scariest, so it challenges me the most. Because it forces me to overcome fear. Yeah. Time after time after time. Yeah. But there's a difference between a gift and a skill. So okay, you can do stand-up, you're funny, you make people laugh. Now perfect the skill of stand-up. Study it. Study the greats. So why are they still relevant 30 years later? I'm a millennial. I'm on tour with Martin Lawrence. Wow, how was that too? the best experience ever.
Wow.
Phenomenal man, just amazing, but it shows me longevity. So that's a skill. Yes, you're talented, but to be relevant 30 years later and you still selling out arenas, I'm opening for you. I'm not headlining. It's Martin Lawrence's tour. So perfecting the skill of your gifts. Yes, I'm an actress, but I still need to study. I need to perfect the skill of acting. So to me, there's a difference between a gift and a skill. So when you have your gifts, don't take them for granted. Perfect the skill.
So let me ask you, you talk about the gift and the skill, because I don't believe I'm gifted with not many things. I
don't believe that. I do not believe that.
It ain't like basketball. I don't gotta, let me write a rap.
We're not just talking about a talent. That's not, your gift could be the way you comfort somebody. Okay. Your gift could be your gentleness. Okay. Your gift could be your patience.
Yeah. I don't got patience. I don't got none of that either.
I'm not saying you do.
I get what you're saying.
He's like, nope. I ain't got that either.
Yeah, I ain't got many things.
But you have gifts.
Got it.
You
just
gotta
how
unlock them.
How do you unlock your gift?
I think confirmation through people and how I felt growing up. Like, literally in my yearbook, it says most likely to be famous. It says class clown. All the things.
You been a class clown your whole life?
What? In trouble. Teacher walking me out like, come here. But in the hallway, like, you funny, but be quiet. You know, I wasn't really in trouble, but you just, when people tell you certain things and you feel certain things and you like to do it, whatever's the outlet for you, whatever you're good at, whatever you're naturally talented, gifted at, you just kind of follow that.
So I want to say talent is important. Skill is important. You're at 6 million followers on just at this filming on Instagram.
Yeah.
I have no clue with YouTube and all these other things you got going on, but that's not luck. Like, how did you build this brand? Like, what was the start of the journey where you said, I'm going to become this household name? Like, I watched you years ago. You big on manifestation. I see that, or this is when anything you say you want, you go get.
It happens.
Anything that you say, it happens. And I believe that's belief, but you put work behind that.
100%.
How did you become be someone?
100%.
There are people want to be. I believe everybody could do it, but everybody won't do it. What's the secret?
For sure, consistency.
Yeah.
And it sounds crazy, but the more successful I get, the cliche shit really be like, just don't give up. Be yourselves. All the basic stuff, but it's so real. Like being yourself. Yeah. When I didn't have nothing, I was in my little Toyota with 3 hubcaps. That's all on my YouTube. That's every skit with Desi. We're in that car. I would be Ernestine, I'll be pulling up to valet. She would be like, B, you gotta get a new car. I'd be like, no, I don't. It don't bother me. I don't know why it bothers you. Like, I don't allow culture and society to dictate my choices on what I do with my life.
That's good.
And I think that's imperative. Just be yourself. And if you don't know who you are, find yourself. Figure out what you like. And sometimes, as soon as you find yourself, you change. And you got to figure that out. That happened to me numerous times on my journey. But being true to who I am in that moment, like we were talking in the kitchen, I don't do skits no more because I don't really enjoy it. It doesn't excite me. It doesn't light my fire like it used to when I first started out. I'm not totally against it. Me and Desi probably did a skit maybe 5 months ago. But when I was starting off, I was doing 2 skits a day. You're talking about 365 a year. Like,
banging them out
because I loved it. It was exciting. It was the era I was in at that time. But the season, I just think being true to who you are and capitalizing off of your truth. That even now to this point, like, obviously I'm financially stable now, so I don't have to take every deal, but I don't take deals that it could be a lot of money. If it doesn't align with my lifestyle, with my brand, with what I want to do, it's just not organic to me.
You got more no's than yeses right now. Which is good.
It's good. I
get to choose.
Have to do, And if it don't align with truly what I believe in and I can't do organic marketing, I don't want to do it. So I think that's what built my platform too, being vulnerable and real and relatable. And it was before I started my first Instagram skit. I was on Instagram before, they had video. Then it was 15-second video. And I was doing little 15-second just ranting, talking about my day or whatever. Then it turned into 1 minute. But it was consistent of 10, 15 years. I started on MySpace and Vine and Facebook.
So this is a 15-year journey right now.
Or more, My first girl group, I was 15, and that was before I had my iPhone. You know, I was young.
So you were rapping or
I was doing music.
Music at that time.
Yeah, at that time, singing,
Got it.
traveling,
Okay.
and which is crazy. Yeah. When I was 21, my girl group started traveling, and we had our first like showcase at Center Stage.
Wow.
And Center Stage is where my podcast just sold out.
Wow.
For our
I was
first,
trying to make it to that event too.
Oh my! You missed a treat, bro.
Man.
Oh
I think
my
I was filming
God!
That, and it's around the corner. It's like 12 minutes from here.
Yeah.
I put it in the GPS and everything.
Yeah. We're gonna do a tour though, but it was phenomenal. It was confirmation, like we're doing the right thing. Yeah. So, but yeah, the main thing, just be yourself. I know it sounds cliche, but just do that and be consistent. Yeah. Be consistent. It's not gonna happen overnight.
How many hours was you putting in a week?
I don't know how many hours,
I mean,
but
you
I
was
know
grinding though.
What
I don't want somebody. What I don't want to be is like you look at that like that wasn't just a viral video. That wasn't just you did this one video and it went up to 6 million.
No.
6 million people is a lot of people.
Yeah, that's
so
a lot.
I know you put some effort to build what you got.
Yeah, years and years and years of consistency. And I listen to the people. If they like this, I'm doing more of that. Because I was doing music and comedy.
Yeah.
I was getting more love on my comedy. We're going to focus on this for now.
Yeah.
People like my personality more than they like my music. So guess what? Yeah. We're going to focus on this, and I can do the music later. But your consumer and your audience will tell you what they want. And, listen to them without compromising who you are. But I got to still be myself and just, do comedy.
Which is good. So right now you're podcasting. Y'all got one of the number one podcasts in the world.
Literally, we made it to number 7 in the world.
Wow.
In the world.
For sure.
No for sure.
And shout out to the listeners, y'all, who just tapping in with their platform and just showing love.
Thank y'all. Yeah.
How important is the people to you?
Oh my God. We love them so much. Yeah. They keep us going when everybody's being negative or y'all know I was canceled how many times in 2020? Like the people that supported me through that, it's just, that's really what keeps you like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. And you got to focus on that opposed to the small
people quick
percent.
To cancel people nowadays too. Like,
that's that cancel culture is like almost
you don't
over.
Make mistakes.
What?
Like everybody out here
not
makes
even
mistakes.
like you don't make mistakes. Like you really know what happened.
Right.
Yeah. I see stuff on the internet now. I'm like, I was not physically there and I do not know that person. Yeah. The media is trash.
Yeah, crazy.
Because I've been in that position. Yeah. You see a whole headline and you be like, when did I have sex with that person? Yeah. I would love to know.
Yeah.
Like when did that happen? Yeah. So it's like people see a headline and run with it without knowing the details of it, so that first hit is always the hardest. I was devastated, but when people say you're not funny or you getting fat or girl, that's bullshit, whatever. Yeah. But when people question my character and I have built a platform on honesty, truth, and vulnerability, that hurt me. Yeah. I'm like, no, look at me. I'm this good person. Yeah. But you got to realize people don't know you. Yeah. Man sees the outer, God sees the heart. So as long as I'm pleasing him, I'm good. That's it. Yeah. And you really have to focus on that. Wait. KFS family. Huge announcement. The journals you have all been waiting for are officially here. Yeah, that's right. You heard it right. The first edition Know For Sure journals are available right now on our website. So head over to theknowforsure.com and grab yours today. Y'all, these KFS journals are a study guide to help you maneuver through each episode. Journal your thoughts and feelings while listening and reflecting on what you heard so you can actually retain it and apply it to your life. There are also motivational quotes throughout the journal to keep you motivated. Plus, each journal comes with a custom pouch and a Know For Sure ink pen. We are already almost sold out, so thank you guys who already bought your journals. But if you do not have it, go grab it right now on theknowforsure.com. Get your journal while they still last. We love you guys, and when you get it in the mail, make sure you post and tag us. Let's heal and journal together. All right, you guys, back to the show.
How did the idea of podcast, what made you say, we're about to put out this podcast?
Yeah.
Was the intentions that we going to be number one, or this was just probably, was this an initial thought? What made y'all say, let's go ahead and rock out with this podcast?
The intention was to be number one from day one. I always said, welcome to the number one podcast in the world. Before we even had an episode out. Like, I just know that's going to happen. We made it to number 7. We can make it to number 1. Yep. But the conversations me and my best friend was having, Megan, Ashley, were just so impactful. They changed my life. We would be just sitting by the fire talking about God, talking about purpose, talking about what we wanted, like just deep conversations. I'm like, people need to hear this. Other women, if they're having it, they're not broadcasting it. Or they're not having it. Like other Black women specifically need to be talking like this and having these conversations and knowing that these type of conversations exist outside of gossip, outside of the industry, outside of who's effing who, outside of all the crap that doesn't matter. We need to be having conversations like this to help women know they're not alone, number one, help the culture move forward in a positive way. So I'm like, she didn't want to do it. Yeah. She's like, no. I'm like, yes. She's like, no. I'm like, You know, like you're gifted with your words. You have something to say and we should do it. And we decided to start last year. Our year anniversary was February, the live show. And it's been super impactful and therapeutic for me and her. Good. Like, you know, we're even going through
y'all having them talks anyway.
Yeah.
Might as well have them so the people care.
Yeah, but I'm like, we built our platform on truth and honesty. So even when we're going through it, we're still in a relationship. Everything isn't always glitter and rainbows with me and Megan. We talk about it on the pod and it's therapeutic for us and we work through it. And, you know, it's just an honest platform where women of color, all women and men, that we have tons of men guests, but preferably, you know, we're women of color, specifically for women of color to have a space where they can relate and commune together. Our Patreon, like, shout out to Chain Gang. That is subscription based, y'all.
What you call them?
Chain Gang.
Chain Gang, got it.
It's the link. Like this, we link up with them. Like we love
Chain Gang.
Got it. Okay,
Gang.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They have made friends. They have made business partners. They have made 90% of people came to our live show by themselves.
Wow.
By themselves.
Wow.
And you would have thought it was a family reunion. Everybody was talking. It was just the energy that we demand and the experience that we want to have every time. Yeah. So yeah, our community is powerful.
It's power in community. I keep telling people you got to focus on building one. Yeah. Like I'm focusing on building more and more community because once they lock in, they lock in.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. If it's 5, y'all, if you have a business and you got 5 people, that focus on those 5. Because those 5 will bring one, that's 10. They bring one, that's 20. You know what I mean? Focus on feeding the people that are into what you have to offer. Yeah. Not everybody else. Worried about getting 6 million, 7 million. Focus on the community that is honed in and it'll grow. Yeah, that's
powerful. So what's next for B? Like what's next? We talked about religion. We talked about your pod. We talked about just you being this amazing businesswoman, crushing it. Stand up is next. So that's the next big thing that you're focusing on.
I'm focusing on stand-up and touring with the podcast. Nice. Yeah, touring with the podcast and long term and I have a little sister. Okay. So we're total opposites. Like I ain't gonna put all her business out there. She'd be like, why you say that? You know, you can't say too much when you involve in other people's lives, but we're very different. She works, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a visionary, she's not a visionary. You know what I mean? Yeah. So complete opposite. Yeah. And with mindset too, I really want to tap into the younger generation of girls and shift their mindset earlier. Yeah. Like not at 30, not at 25, we need to be speaking life into ourselves at 4. Yes. At 5. Yes. At getting these healthy habits. You're journaling at 7. Yeah. You're you know what I mean? You doing these things at a younger age so we don't have to unlearn all this stuff at 30. Yes. So that is my long-term goal. I don't know exactly how I want to do it, but the goal is to capture women of color at a younger age. That's good. Yeah. What popped in my mind, you got the B. Simone journal yet? Oh, the journal drops. When does this drop? Whenever you want it to drop. Because the Know For Sure journal drops May 26th. Is that this Friday? May 26th. It won't be out that soon, but it will get But by the time you see this, it'll be out. We'll put a link out there. Yes, the Know For Sure pod.com. Is it the Know For Sure? Y'all, let me make sure it's the right website. Get the right website. Let me see. So the Know For Sure. Y'all go support, y'all. We need everybody to go buy. Yes, the knowforsure.com. The knowforsure.com. Yeah. The journal, it helps you track your pod, even if they're watching your podcast. Yeah. What episode is this? What podcast is this? They don't have to be watching ours. What you took out of it. What you took out of it, how you felt before it, how you felt after it, what you got out of it. Powerful. And between each episode, it's a year episode, so 52 weeks. Wow. An episode a week of whatever you're studying. That's a bar. An episode a week. Yeah. And So I'm gonna get back to that. Episode a week. It has quotes in between, just impactful quotes from our parents, people we've heard, ourselves on the podcast. A good tip that has been working for me, because I go to church and I don't retain the information. So it's like you get in the moment, it's great on Sunday, but throughout the week, it's like you gotta retain it and apply it. So what you do is, y'all, get the journal, write what you learn, and throughout the week, when you have time, watch it again. Meditate on that same message. Don't go watching 12 messages in a week, because it's like you getting all this stuff, but you haven't retained it or applied it. Meditate on one for the week and watch it over and over. Watch the first 30 minutes on Monday, second 30 minutes on Tuesday. Watch the first 30 minutes on Wednesday, second 30 minutes on Thursday, and retain it and learn how to apply it to your life. That's when true revelation and change comes. You got to apply it. I can hear motivation all day, but if I'm not applying it in my life, it's not changing, you know? So apply it. But the journals drop May 26th. The knowforsure.com. It's a really great journal, high quality, and it comes with a pen and a pouch.
Listen, y'all better go pop up. But B, thank you so much for taking time to come on the show. I really appreciate you just sharing the story. I need to go get better with God. I learned that. Unlock some more gifts I might got.
You have
and
some
I think
gifts.
Anybody on here, you talked about earlier, I don't know if you said finding your gift or finding your purpose. How do you find that though? Is there a way, a strategy? Like how do someone unlock that?
I think, and Will Smith said this, and I will never forget it. Desires involve self. Purpose involves other people. So at the end of the day, how are you impacting others? Like that's truly purpose. And we're not talking about, oh, I want to be famous and I want a jet. Like, okay, like cool. I want a jet too. But that, like, what is getting you there? You have to find your purpose. There's a difference between desires and purpose, not just what you want, what you're here to do, what you're called to do. So I think that can start with your gifts. What are you good at? What do you enjoy? What makes you happy? Try to find things around that. And your purpose doesn't always have to be your job, but if it is, that's a blessing. If your purpose is kids and you have a nonprofit organization, but you're financially stable over here, you could be walking in your purpose and making money over here. But when they're intertwined, that's a blessing. So I'm blessed that my purpose and my calling is my financial freedom.
Yes, let's go.
So try to make them blend in together so you can have a life of abundance and financial freedom. And I believe everybody desires that life, even if they, I'm fine with it. It's like, okay, don't be defensive. I know if you truly had a choice, you would love the life of financial freedom. And I believe you can obtain that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a last question. What's one 5-year plan? I know how you had goals before. It might have been tour with a legend. You did Martin Lawrence, right? It might be meet Will Smith. I know that's a mentor of yours. Anything that we can go look back on and be like, oh, B said this on a Circle of Greatness, and now voila.
It happened. We're going to start building a compound. We want to build, like, just get massive land and build a literal compound. We like, man, I'm over in Kennesaw every other day. I'm driving to Buckhead. Then we just need to build some houses, build our production studio, build like what you have here. You have your Airbnb, you film here, you have events here. We just want land and we want to build and have it be massive enough. So when I meet my husband, he can move in. We own the West Wing. Megan and her kids on, it's like enough land for our community. And I think, in the Black community, it's like when I'm 18, I'm moving out. And it's like, no, we can stay together and we can build with each other and have our community together. So that's what we want to do. We want to build a compound here in Atlanta.
Wow. Listen, it's done. Consider it done.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for coming on here. I appreciate you. I don't know. Let everybody know where they could find you, how they could tap in. So
just head over to Instagram, the B Simone, everything B Simone. Y'all can look up my old freestyles. Sway was one of my best freestyles. Go look up Sway in the morning. I did Sway. I did music, acting, comedy. It's all on YouTube. And check out the podcast, the Know For Sure podcast. It's about healing, growing, evolving, and having the tough conversations as millennials in relationships. We focus a lot on romantic relationships, but not platonic ones. So those are just as important, y'all. So check us out.
Let's go, y'all. So, man, we had a star on the podcast, y'all. Make sure y'all go show so much love to my sis. We'll see y'all in the next episode. Let's go.
Yeah.